stories at WIT that I do, have a passion for helping others and for making a difference. And I've often said, if I could just change, something for one person, that would be enough for me. A world that lived outside of my little world. And it was really through, my community service experience at Wittenberg where my bubble was burst. And I saw, for the first time, a world that I really felt was somewhat unfair. And that I knew right then that that's where my path, my whole life was, going to head.
I feel like every child that I come in contact that I can get to believe in themselves helps to start to change whatever track that they were on.
Thinking of teaching as a vocation, a calling, like some sort of, like I said, almost like a divine, somebody's telling you this is what your purpose is and this is how you can use your gifts. And I feel like we try to instill that in kids here. We think about what kind of person do you want to be? We have a lot of conversations with kids about what do you have to give.
So KIPP is a transformational place for everyone that's engaged in it. And getting to do this work for us as teachers, we become better people and hopefully we become better professionals or educators in whatever facet we're engaged in the organization. For our kids, certainly there's a transformation that takes place from, multiple kids come to mind when I think of what they looked like as a 5th grader and now what they're doing at high school, being with them. Because our mission is college preparedness and graduation for every single kid that walks through this building. I experienced that mission and KIPP Academy. 2 things shine, literally shine. Having light, we pass it on to others. To be inspired, what do you do with that? It doesn't do any good to be inspired and sit and talk about it. We may not have had the space to let that shine. And so what we need to do is give them the framework to be their best self.
And that they come here and they come to work and they persevere with grit and they're optimistic and they bring it every day and they're loving. The community service that I did inspired me to see the rest of the world. So
this school has a knack for connecting with the community, and we do that through partnerships with other organizations, service projects. We have a connection with the Boys and Girls Club. They run our after-school program.
Actually, I was here and there were kids and you saw these smiling faces that were looking forward to this wonderful opportunity. It kind of made it all worthwhile. It wasn't anybody that goes into any field that has the ability to give back. If you end up being Hannah Powell, it kind of all starts at the top, and I think the school has really chugged along since Hannah has gotten here. As a very young person, she took on a lot of responsibility fairly early in her career, and I think the school's grown with her. And just the fact that how energetic she is, and how much she cares about these kids, just drives the school. I think.
When you meet our children and you hear their stories, it's such a privilege and really, I would say, an honor to be able to open a door for them, that maybe wouldn't have been opened if they hadn't come to KIPP.
It's KIPP too, and even other KIPP schools, the rhetoric with children is like, who are you in this place, and then who are you when you leave this place, and really teaching them to be citizens of the world instead of just these, little people standing in straight lines. I think the next thing is, now that we know what works here, we share that and we become a bigger part of the community around us too.